A case file from the Civilian Office of Police Accountability shows what seems to be a routine police response. However, the documents, body cam footage, and radio calls reveal a tragic moment that ends with one officer dead and another pulling the trigger. This incident starts on June 5th, 2025, just before 10 p.m., inside an apartment building at 8210 South Drexel Avenue in Chicago. According to the official report from the Chicago Police Department, officers respond to a situation that leads them into a narrow stairway and hallway in the building. It's a tight space with low visibility, and everything is about to unfold in seconds.
Don't say, because he's... Yeah.
Come here.
From the security camera outside the residence, officers can be seen moving toward the building quickly. There's no chaos yet. It's controlled movement as they enter. But once inside, the situation changes dramatically. Officer Carlos Baker's body cam shows the scene from his point of view. He moves through the building, focused on tracking a suspect identified as Adrian Rucker. The chase leads directly into the stairwell. Simultaneously, Officer Krystal Rivera's body cam captures her perspective. She moves in sync with Baker, following closely behind as both officers converge in the same confined area, just overlapping movements and split-second decisions. Then everything happens at once. Inside the stairway, Baker fires a single shot. There's no warning shot or extended exchange. In that moment, he later reports believing there was an immediate threat and thought a weapon was involved. He describes the action as self-defense, but the shot does not hit the suspect. It strikes Officer Krystal Rivera.
Krystal, you good? 10-1, shots fired at the police!
We have a 10-1. We need an ambulance.
We need an ambulance! Ambulance, now! I can't get my partner!
We're rolling an ambulance for 82nd and Krystal. We are rolling an ambulance.
Squad, my partner's hit! My partner's hit! Give me an ambulance, now!
We have an officer shot. 10-1, 82nd and Krystal. Officer shot. Officer shot. 82nd and Krystal. 10-1. All units head over there. 82nd and Krystal.
Squad, I can't get to my partner. I'm upstairs. Roll the SWAT team. Roll the SWAT team.
Alright, step forward. All units head over there. 663 Charlie. We're rolling an ambulance.
Hey, call the police!
Hey, I'm calling them now.
Call them!
Somebody got shot.
Yeah!
Somebody got shot.
Squad, roll everybody. Roll the SWAT team, SWAT. Well, we're on the second floor. Hurry up. Come on, Chris. Hear me. Stay with me.
All right. What's the new location? I heard second floor. What's the new location for the second floor?
Chris. Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris.
I need a good answer.
Come on, Chris.
The better address.
Stay with me, Chris. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me, Chris. Open, hurry! Yeah, Krystal, shot. Get her in the car. Get her in the car. Get her in the car now. Take this. Get her in the car. Get her in the car. Take her to university. Now. Squad, full squad now.
On the police radio, the tone changes right away. What begins as a call about a suspect turns into urgent calls for an officer down. You can hear the shift, location updates, requests for medical help, and units rushing in as the reality becomes clear. 2 separate 911 calls come in around the same time, reporting the commotion from outside. People nearby don't have the full story, only bits and pieces, raised voices, movement, and the sudden escalation.
Chicago Emergency, Stokes.
Hey, what's this address? Somebody shooting in this hallway. What's the address, man? Oh.
All righty, I'll notify the police.
Okay, all right. Somebody got shot.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay,
Somebody is in the
how many shots did you hear?
one. Somebody is in the hallway yelling something about the police. I'm not going to the door because I heard the gunshot.
Okay. 1 shot fired. All right, would you like to leave your name or no?
Please, no.
Yes, ma'am. We'll get the police there. 8210 South Drexel. 1 shot fired, correct?
Yes, please
Okay, yes,
send
ma'am.
somebody.
Yes, ma'am. We're getting them there, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Officer Baker is also injured during the incident, though only slightly. His report later confirms he was treated and released from the hospital. Rivera's injuries, however, are different. She is taken to the University of Chicago Hospital. She does not survive. The official report classifies the case as a homicide, first-degree murder and aggravated assault of a police officer, but Baker is not criminally charged. The documents list him as a non-offender, and his discharge is marked as unintentional despite being fatal. After the shooting, Baker is placed on administrative duty. He is not arrested or suspended in a criminal sense. This is standard procedure in cases involving officer-involved shootings while investigations are ongoing. There is no final ruling from COPA, no complete conclusion, just footage, reports, and one critical moment inside a stairway where a single decision changed everything.